Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from ACHA's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dog Pound here at Arrington Ice Arena. My name is Alexander Grove alongside with Remington Gilniak, and we have a game for you coming up today with the Adrian Bulldogs against the Michigan State University Spartans. Remy, my friend, what do you think we're going to be expecting here today?
Well, we're coming off a good game last night. Yesterday, the Bulldogs traveled over to East Lansing, had a nice game there, taking the game 5-3. It was a good effort by many Bulldogs, but I think as a team, the most promising thing to me is the 5 goals scored. Typically in these losses that they've had so far this year, it's been an up and down year, 7-7. Most of the time when they lose, it's because they're just simply not scoring goals at all. Against Michigan, only 1 goal in the loss there. Against Ohio, 0 goals, 1 goal. So I think it's a really encouraging sign that we saw 5 goals from the Bulldogs yesterday, and I think that might translate into today.
Well, one thing to add on to your comment on the up and down season was speaking with Captain Sean Potts the other day while we bumped into each other at lunch and was asking about the weekend against Lake Superior. And one thing that he said in one of the losses during that weekend was that the defense kind of lacked towards the end of the game, where they had a strong offense, strong all-around game showing, but then towards the end kind of fell off mentally in the defensive department. How strong do you think the mental game's going to play in today's factor, especially going against a team that's looking to split a weekend?
Well, it's definitely going to play a factor. However, the Bulldogs are on the advantageous side of that kind of home-and-home series. Going on the road in East Lansing yesterday, traveling back today, having a night in your own bed, really just a chance to regroup and, get ready for a second game of the series when you already have the advantage heading in.
Well, having the advantage is always going to be great, especially when you are playing on home ice. Now, one thing that we are looking at is the top matchup for tonight. We have Sean McCarthy for MSU. He's scoring in bunches at 20 points in the early part of the season. And then on the AC Bulldogs side, Adrian side, Bazi Cook with 13 points to start off this young season. where do you see these two players playing a role in today's game?
I mean, both guys are the focal points of their attack. For instance, Basil Cook yesterday in the game had the chance to score 2 goals, wasn't able to convert, but just overall was all over the ice, all over the puck, always just in the correct spot and able to put a goal up. It doesn't surprise me. 10 games in, 13 points on the year, 7 of those coming from goals themselves, including a game winner early on this year. I really think the Bulldogs will lean on a guy like Cook today to really try to carry the offense and keep the momentum going.
Well, when looking at Cook, we look at Cook, but we cannot forget how McCarthy has been playing. McCarthy and Cook both on point per game paces. McCarthy well over that, having 14 games played, but in those 14 games played, 20 points, like stacking it up in bunches, and most of them coming off assists.
Yeah, absolutely. Name of the game for the Spartans today is really try to space out these Adrian College Bulldogs. It's a very physical team. They like to put a lot of pressure on you with the puck. So for the Spartans, if they're able to kind of create that space and, you know, look for good opportunities from the wingers, I think they're going to have a lot of success on offense.
Now, we talked about the player side of things with the point scoring. Now let's look at the goalie side of things. On Adrian's side, we have the freshman goalie, Dylan Callahan. He's coming in with a couple games under his belt in this season. And then on MSU side, we have the MSU goalie, Klingbeil. Well, hopefully I didn't butcher that name. Klingbeil, he's coming in to see if they can split the weekend against Adrian.
Well, you know, starting with the Bulldog side of things, Dylan Callahan in net has been very solid this year. Has 5 games, 3-1 record, 5 goals allowed. That is 1.39 goals allowed per game. The guy's been a stud. It's tough for a freshman to come into a new team and really establish himself within the program. But that's exactly what a guy like Callahan has done so far this year. So, you know, he has been everything the Bulldogs have asked him to be and a little bit more thus far.
And then looking at the MSU side with Klingbeil. Klingbeil has 7 games under his belt in this part of the season, but 4 wins, 2 losses. That's always going to help out, and that's somebody that MSU is really going to help look to lean on coming into this game. And tonight we have a special presentation. I know this one hits close to home for me, especially with some of my family being serving in the Air Force, but Military Appreciation Night. So we want to thank all of our troops here at home and abroad for taking care of us, for supporting it, for keeping us safe to make sure this country stays as great as it is.
Absolutely. After all, it's November. It's Military Appreciation Month. We had Veterans Day earlier on Tuesday this week, and it's truly a blessing that you and I, Alex, were able to sit here and be able to commentate this game, be able to take in this game, and it's because of people like who we're celebrating tonight, everyone who has served this country in the military.
Well, now it's time for the final stretch. Predictions. What are we thinking? What are we going to be seeing? What do you think we're going to be seeing in this game tonight?
You know, I kind of hinted towards it earlier when I said that, you know, the Bulldogs, they went on the road yesterday in East Lansing and took the win in a huge Game 1 of the home-and-home. So I think entering play today, they're going to be the more refreshed group. They're not traveling in on a bus. You know, like I said, they have the chance to sleep a night in their own bed, which has a huge impact on really the way you can recover from a game yesterday. So the Bulldogs, I think, are the slightly deeper team. I think they're a little bit more physical than the Spartans. So I think that kind of physicality and just looseness will allow them to really take command of things today.
I'm Alex Grove. This is Remington Gilniak. We have AC Hockey coming up for you next. And we now go to the puck drop, the ceremonial puck drop, as we just heard the PA announcer. Well, you just heard the starting lineup for AC and MSU. Now we'll see you after the break.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of our nation's colors by members of the Michigan Army National Guard Marine Team. Sergeant First Class Lacian, Staff Sergeant Watson, and Sergeant First Class Shetler. Please remain standing as they honor America and those who support our freedom.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Welcome back to ACTV as we are getting ready for the Adrian College versus MSU game. Bulldogs versus Spartans, as we just wrapped up a amazing military appreciation ceremony. Now, after the anthem, we now are going to see a ceremonial puck drop between the two captains of the Adrian College and Michigan State.
Please join us in showing your appreciation as we honor his service. Ladies and gentlemen,
Military Appreciation Night, military puck drops, ceremonial puck drop, and honestly, the Bulldogs just hit the most important thing. They won the first puck drop of the night. Sean Potts has won the ceremonial puck drop, but most importantly, we want to thank you all again for joining us, and also thank you to all the men and women who are home and abroad serving and keeping this country safe, protecting us to make sure that we are America.
Well, you know, not all puck drops are created equally. Of course, this one a little bit more significance than most do. You know, it kind of just represents, you know, the fact that people have sacrificed their lives just so people like you and I, Alex, can sit up here, watch this game. The guys down on the ice get to play a children's game in front of a large group of fans today, not including the ones watching online today. So just, you know, a puck drop like that just means a little bit more than your typical pregame puck drop.
Oh, most definitely. We love to joke around, but at the same time, we understand the meaning of things. And now, from ceremony puck drop to the real game puck drop, here we go. The Adrian College Bulldogs versus the Michigan State Spartans. Puck drop, here we go. Welcome to the Dog Pound here at Arrington Arena. Once again, my name is Alex Grove alongside Remington Gilniak. As the Bulldogs will start off in their own zone looking to break out. Quick ups coming down the wing. Looking for a centering pass, nobody's home. As Michigan State will look to get in the offensive zone. Good check there by number 17, who's wearing 66 actually, Michael Tucker. Now, one thing that we've noticed that these specialty jerseys, there's going to be some jersey numbers that you're going to see that aren't the usuals, right? So bear with us as we continue on.
Now, what stood out to me, Alex, on that, just ever since the opening puck drop here, is just the speed at which these teams are playing. You know, we kind of projected MSU to come out wanting to space things out, really let those skates flow along the ice there, but the Bulldogs trying to kind of match that speed of play, you know, kind of getting out in space, trying to run. We saw it a few times early on before the offsides call.
That sense of urgency is starting to kick in right away, which is something that we love to see here as play goes on. Michigan State wins the puck drop as they look for a reversal. That doesn't go as Adrian looks to resettle. MSU looking to break out. Doesn't go. Here's Ortega. He looks for the pass. Can't find nobody, but gets it right back on the MSU dump-in. Ortega looks over for Clark on the boards. Gets stopped there by the MSU forecheck. That's where O'Brien tried to pick it up. No dice. Clark skating with it. Feeds it off. Coming down the wing. So towards the net front. Couldn't pull the trigger. Was Dylan Braun. Great play. Great setup by Griffin Clark to Dylan Braun to get that semi-breakaway. As the Bulldogs are getting at it again. Puck gets dumped deep. Right around to the half boards. That's Keller. Tries to leave it for Walensky. Doesn't go. Delayed offsides, and now that delayed offsides will turn into icing against Adrian.
I'm a little surprised with the Adrian defensive strategy here. So far this year, we've seen him really pressure puck handlers early on, but here, instead of really getting up in their grill, they're kind of playing these passing lanes in the neutral zone, trying to turn some defense into offense in a quick manner. They've been unsuccessful so far, but you know, if that continues throughout this game, they may be beating MSU at their own game here.
Bulldogs win the draw, but lose it. Saved there by Callahan as he makes his first stop of the night. Puck gets dumped into the corner. Still fighting for possession, and now they get off and running. Here comes Tucker. Tucker loses the puck in center ice. MSU dumps the puck in Callahan's neighborhood, and he will hold for a whistle.
A lot of aggression here from the Spartans starting out this game. Just about 2.5 minutes into things here, and well, they're looking a little bit quicker than I thought they would. A little quicker than they looked yesterday in East Lansing. Really pushing the tempo here. We've played a lot of this game in Bulldog territory so far.
Lucia wins the draw for MSU. Quick shot was blocked. Puck in front of the net. Callahan pokes it away. There's another quick shot. Callahan getting real busy here in the early going of this game. As puck's batted down the ice, right, that will negate the icing. Oh, puck finds him. Oh, what a save by Klingbeil as he stood tall with Jack Kramer with the shot. Score! Off his angle. Sneaks that one in. 1-0 Bulldogs.
Well, that is how it's done right there for the Bulldogs. Couldn't tell exactly who put that in.
That was Brandon Big McNamara. Brandon McNamara opens the scoring here for the Adrian Bulldogs. It's a 1-0 game here in this early going. First, coaches usually preach that the first 10 minutes of the game, first 5 minutes actually of the game, is the most important, right? And the Bulldogs have managed to get that all-important first goal within the first 5. Shot from the point, saved by Callahan. Callahan is looking locked in on this early portion of the game as he plays the puck behind for Sean Potts. Puck at the blue line. Still fighting for possession. Potts takes it, looks for it, but gets pressured by McCarthy. McCarthy dangerous with the puck for this MSU squad. First line out here for the Spartans as they look to capitalize on it. Mitchell gives over for Vila. Vila with the shot goes wide. Mitchell, good keep in front. Sean Potts. Potts looks to protect the puck. Having a little trouble due to the forecheck. Oh, wide open in front. They score.
What a snipe by O'Brien there. Got it on the left wing off the dish. We'll take another look at it here.
Solid forecheck pressure by MSU. Finds the open man.
You know, I'm a little surprised he was left so wide open there. Again, there was some trouble behind the net trying to get the puck out of harm's way, but it ends up right in the sweet spot of O'Brien, right in front of the net, and snipes the top left.
MSU looks to capitalize again on the rush, but that shot hit the outside of the frame. It's Tyler O'Brien. O'Brien just tied it up. Apologies there for calling the wrong name on the goal. What a keep by the MSU defense, but couldn't keep it much longer as it's called an offsides.
Well, the offside's called there on the previous play, the one that resulted in the Spartan goal. I thought there definitely could have been an offsides there, but fortunately for the Spartans, I am sitting up here in the booth and not wearing a striped shirt down on the ice.
And sometimes you would love to wear a striped shirt. Sometimes. MSU looking to break out, and they do, but that gets stopped there by Desmadrill. Puck gets dumped in. Desmadrill gives chase. That's the P1. Puck possession by Cook. Cook, a player to watch out for. on the Adrian side of things. As MSU dumps the puck in, that was Cole. Cole second in points for the Spartans as he looks in front for O'Brien again. O'Brien is right now is everywhere for MSU. As the Spartans are still on the forecheck hard. There's the puck, squirts out, fans on the shots.
Bulldogs catch a break on that one. They're able to turn that into some offense now before it's quickly turned over.
Veller was the one that fanned on the shot, but it gets to Lipinski. Lipinski's met at the blue line, gets stopped. This puck squirts out. Right to Green. Green turns it over. Shot, save by Callahan.
Well, that shot by the Spartans, already the 8th put on net against Callahan already. Had one slip through. But this Bulldog defense not looking as sharp as we've seen it look throughout this season. MSU simply driving closer and closer towards Callahan, and eventually some of these are making their way through, and there's been a lot of early chance so far for the Spartans. If things continue like this, would not surprise me if we see the Spartans put up some serious scoring tonight.
Sean Potts has the puck behind the net, looking for his options. Finds it, and he does. Here comes O'Bricky down the wall. Shoots it on net with the backhand. Easy save for Klingbeil. So we got a little bit of action behind the net. That was Captain Griffin Clark.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what happened, only heard it. It was well after the play. Just throwing it on the boards, and you're going to have a little bit of retaliation after that, especially so early on in this game. Only about 6 minutes into things here, and that may be a sign of things to come as here we're in game 2 of this home-and-home series.
Clark looks for the shot that got blocked as MSU clears his own for a while. Adrian looks to regroup as that gets tipped in by Braun. MSU on the play. Here's Lipinski, skates down the side, looks for the middle of the ice. Nobody home, but that gets sent around the half board. Londo sends it on net to Callahan, and he'll cover.
Again, more pressure being put on by the Spartans. As a team, they have looked exceptional so far. Yes, they allowed the early goal, but outside of that, we've really been playing much of this game in Adrian territory. Just the Spartans putting so much pressure on. We saw them break through earlier. If they keep putting together offensive possessions like this, would not surprise me. We saw even more scoring here in the first from the Spartans.
Well, let's see if you can get your wish. Here comes Tucker. Tucker, oh! Missed opportunity with the offsides. Almost broke out to a 2-on-1.
Tough break there. As the Bulldogs finally able to get it out of their own territory, and with pace at that, through the neutral zone. Man, I just keep thinking back to that initial not call on the offsides that resulted in a Spartan goal. I'm just a little surprised he had a call like that there.
Oh, AC's looking to rectify that call with a rush of their own. Here comes Braun. Braun sends it down deep into Klingbeil's territory. Klingbeil puts the stop for the MSU defense. Now they break out. Skating down the middle of the ice. Shot there by Purdon. Goes wide. Purdon in the front with a deflection. MSU finding ways to find their open guys here early on. Shot sent to the front of the net, gets blocked. Vela, he looks to send it to the net. Found the man, jumped off his stick. McCarthy, oh so dangerous. Look for McCarthy again. Puck squirts out to Mitchell on the blue line. Bulldogs looking to clear out. Mitchell looking like a brick wall on that blue line there as the puck will be out of play. As the faceoff will be on the inside on Callahan's glove side, his left.
Really, Alex, what I'm looking at right now is just the motion down low by these Spartans. They're not just putting two of their biggest guys in front of the net and hoping for physicality. They're rotating guys in and out, like trying to see who can get the best angle, who can get the best look in front of the net here, and it's worked for them so far. Bulldogs definitely need to counter that, maybe be a little bit more physical, or maybe try to match that speed and agility in front.
O'Brien to Vila, shot blocked. There's a save by Callahan. Callahan been really busy. Shot blocked again. Here we go. Breakaway opportunity. Bulldogs looks to capitalize. Saved by Klingbeil. Standing up tall for the team. As that was Braden McAnarma. Big Mac on the breakaway. Already had one, was looking for two.
Take another look at it here. Really a shootout-like shot right there. Just kind of a failed opportunity there. Had a lot of the left side open. Decided to stick with the wrist shot there. I bet he's wishing he could have that one back because, boy, it was a lot of the net open there with not a defender within a country mile of him.
Puck goes around. Now finds his defense. Oh, delayed offside. Another opportunity. Almost there. As the puck is bouncing off of this MSU defense. As they come down the wing, 4-on-2. Fire shot wide of Callahan. Puck plays up to the point. There's a shot, hoping for a deflection, no dice. There's Keller. Puts it up to the point. Now to the half wall. Puck bring it back to Keller. Shoots on for Callahan. He had a little bit of trouble handling that, but his defense was there to help him out. MSU doing a good job hemming Adrian in their own zone. And Adrian forcing it clear as MSU looks to regroup. Here comes Lucia. Lucia looks for the shot blocked by Sean Potts. Puck squirts out in front of the net. Here comes Adrian looking to get on a break. That gets stopped there by Deagle. Puck playing behind the net. Adrian now having possession, looking to skate it out. Dangle, but fails. Shot! Backhand shot saved by Callahan as it forces wide. Cook, he looks for some help. Bulldogs having real trouble connecting passes when on a breakout or regroup. Shot fires there as Callahan will slow down play. That's a few words for the man in front. That man in front would be A.J. Campbell, is the words that he has for it. You go face off on Callahan's left side. As Bulldogs won the face-off clean but did not go. MSU now. Clark, he feeds that breakout pass. Right for Frio. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell has the puck, scanning his options. As the puck squirts out in front of Klingbeil. There's Clark with the turnaround shot, goes wide. MSU now on the break. Stops in the middle of the ice, does a little move and dumps the puck in deep for Borchardt to chase. Londo looks to send it deep, but Clark says no as Clark fights to get it out, and he does. McCarthy gives chase. McCarthy looking to skate it up as he looks for help. Finds O'Brien, the goal scorer for MSU here. McCarthy tries to dangle, doesn't go. Puck is squirted out. Tucker was met. Stop there. Here's O'Brien, sporting the 88 for White. AC looking to clear. Tucker has it on the sideboard in front of his feet. Now he puts it up. 2-on opportunity. Just out of the reach. MSU coming down the wing. One move made. Backhand shot saved by Callahan. As Adrian looks to ice it. Oh, here comes Tucker. Tucker on the break. Looks to tie it up. Hits the outside of the cage, and that will go out of play.
Another missed opportunity by the Bulldogs. Had a few breakaways in the last minute or so. So while we have a moment, I just want to remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at AdrianCollegeTV on social media. From game highlights to campus event, we have got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at AdrianCollegeTV. today. And today's a special day in Adrian College TV history. 14,000 subscribers have been reached as of today. So big milestone for all of the crew here at ACTV. Glad to be a part of the group.
Yeah, thank you all for your contributions. And while we were on that break for the ad read, Dylan Callahan was met by the trainers. He said he looked to be shaking his right leg, I believe, so we'll keep an eye on that. Face off in the offensive zone. Won by AC. Oh my goodness, out in front. Scrambles Klingbeil. Standing tall early on, standing tall in this first period, halfway through it.
Well, this is the type of game the Bulldogs want to play. They want things to be contested in front of the net. They want there to be traffic. They want the rebounds and the quick shot attempts directly off of them. So far, MSU has gotten themselves spaced out, just like I said in the open that they were going to try and do. Bulldogs have yet to counter so far, but here finally putting pressure on a puck handler.
Here's Kramer, looks to dangle, gets stopped there. Lipinski comes down for MSU, shot by Callahan. And there's out in front, could not get a stick on it. Race for the puck here. Maganorma dives. But no dice as MSU. They're on the rush. Looks for the center-in pass. Nobody home as it gets forced to the corner. Still battling for possession as the puck gets out. AC looking to do something, doesn't go. As Sean Potts finishes his check right in front of us. And the Bulldogs will clear out. No icing is the call. Play will continue on. Cook on the P1. Tries to go for a hit, but it was a reverse hit there by MSU. Here's Cook. Looking to make something happen. As puck gets dumped down there to the far corner. As we're starting to see Adrian start to pick up the physical play a little bit. This puck gets dumped down well behind the red line, and that will be an icing.
Now, Alex, you mentioned earlier the physicality. That's Adrian's game. They're the more physical team, and frankly, so far, they just haven't been physical enough. MSU has just spaced them out, using speed and agility down low to get good looks at Callahan and the rest of the net. What the Bulldogs need to do is put on more pressure on the puck, shut down the passing lanes, and stop allowing these smaller players to have good looks in front of the net. They just need to increase the physicality here. Otherwise, they're going to let Callahan get peppered all game long.
We have some updated news. As the viewers saw, Callahan, that injury was lingering for him, and now we are seeing Alexander Herman out in front. Herm, as some of you may know, as the main guy for the NCAA and D1 games here at Adrian. It's MSU. Here's McCarthy. They look to bring Herm into the game. He looks for the shot that gets blocked. Here's Cook. He tries to dangle around, no dice. But he gets help. Here's Herm. Herm stops the puck. This puck will get cleared all the way down to Klingbeil's area for an icing.
That last possession, I really liked the way the Bulldogs attacked the puck handlers in the neutral zone. You know, they didn't allow the Spartans to get too deep into their own territory. They put up the wall, made a play on the puck, and it really forced MSU to kind of redirect and, not pursue their attack so relentlessly.
Well, Bricky wins the face-off for the Bulldogs. This puck's in the corner on the half wall. Still fighting for possession are the Spartans and the Bulldogs. Well, Bricky squirts out with the puck as he sends it over to Clark. As we see early line changes early on for the Bulldogs, as O'Bricky is now on the Clark line. Puck's being fought for. O'Brien comes out with it outside the zone. Puck gets dumped in around Herman. As the Spartans are all sending 2 on the puck every time. O'Brien with the puck behind the net. He sends it up for Mitchell. Mitchell puts on the brakes. He sends it right to the front. That gets deflected wide. Spartans are keeping the Bulldogs hemmed in, and they still have him hemmed in as Kolb looks to get it deep. And every clear attempt is just finding a Spartan man. Bulldogs looking to break out with the backhand going for a change. And that now hits the banner. We'll see where the faceoff lies ahead.
A similar story on that possession there. Bulldogs right now just simply on their heels, but you see the Spartans, they're trying to get the puck down low to the small wingers, but the Bulldogs, they're the bigger, they're the more physical team. They're getting down low, shutting down those passing lanes, making a play on the puck. It's resulting in, since Herman came into the game, no shots on goal so far for the Spartans.
Gubar lost the faceoff draw to MSU, but here comes MSU looking for it. There's Gubar with a shot. That gets blocked. Puck in the corner. Fighting for possession. Still a scrum, and now the puck pops free where MSU can go get it and send it down. It goes off of Potts' hand and forces Herman to go out and place it in the corner as MSU goes back to work. Here's Keller with a shot saved by Herman. First save of the night, and they score.
Spartans had the numbers down low in this one, didn't get the first one. Herm wanted the glove save, didn't get it. We'll take another look at it here. See, the initial shot came from the left wing. Again, off the glove of Herman, off the rebound, slick pass, ends up finding the back of the net. So with 3:30 left here in the first period, Spartans going to take a 2-1 lead.
Jack Veller is the goal scorer for MSU on that play. Bulldogs will get the turn around. Jack Kramer will take the draw, facing off against Thomas Purton. Purton wins the draw for MSU. Here comes the Spartans. They send it down deep. Looking for some more Spartan magic. As they're fighting for possession. Shot there, that gets blocked. Didn't even see the puck was Sam Carper after the block shot. This shot with a shot, they score. Back to back, Aiden Wishart makes it 3-1 Spartans.
Take another look at it here. Again, we've played so much of this game in Adrian territory, and with all the pressure being put on by the Spartans, only a matter of time before they break through. And from only a few feet in front of the blue line, not an easy shot there. They put it through the traffic, finds the back of the net. And on their 20th shot on net here in the first, Spartans get their third goal.
We now see another goalie change as Lorenzo Culasso comes in for Alexander Herman after giving up 2 goals within that short frame.
Just a pair of tough breaks early on for Herman. Again, enters for the injured Callahan. You know, pretty much, you know, he had to be ready to go instantly. Gets onto the ice and almost immediately is just peppered with shots. And, you know, really both saves. It's hard to knock on a guy when he's down, but, you know, they were savable shots. They weren't, you know, the most challenging saves ever. So I'm sure Herm disappointed in himself, but it's really the Bulldog defense that really needs to pick things up here and make life easier on their goaltenders.
Offsides was called against the Spartans as they will look to change personnel. Final 3 minutes, inside the final 3 minutes here of the first period. Spartans up 3-1 if you're just now joining us. As Lucia will face off against Desmadrill. Ortega gives off for his D partner. Here comes Cook. Cook down the wall. He escapes a hit. Cook finds his song. His song turns around, shot. That gets blocked there by the skate of the defense. Puck in possession of MSU. Ortega has the puck now for the Bulldogs. Hissong, he looks for a breakout, misses the puck. Hissong still has it, escapes the hit. Oh no, turnover, caught a break as Lucia was wide open in front of the slot. Shot saved there by Colasso, which brings it off the net of the morning. A.J. Campbell was the one with the shot.
Bulldogs very fortunate that Kyle Lucia whiffed on the shot in front of the net, had all the momentum in the world, not a defender in sight, not a defender within even 5 feet of him as he went into the slot. But again, Bulldogs definitely catch a break as Lucia whiffs.
Shot from the point, goes wide. Here's Londo, collects it from the point, goes to the front of the net. Doesn't go very far. Sean Potts puts the body on the corner. Lucia looks behind the net, but Sean Potts says no. Here's Cook. Cook has it. Looks to dump it, but gets stopped by Londo halfway through, and Londo takes a check. Lucia, he sees the ice and scans it, was looking for Campbell. That just goes a little bit awry. But the puck does find him off of a negated icing call. Clark, he shoots it out. Gets stopped by Vea. Puck finds Colm. Colm looks to the front. Saved by Colasso. MSU still doing damage. And now here's a little bit of spark, or hopefully some spark, as Lucia and Potts are jawing at each other here.
Well, if you're the Bulldogs, you got to do something to turn things around right now. They have been just completely outplayed here in this first period. Not too often does this team go down 3-1 so early on. Again, with inside 1 minute here in the first period, Bulldogs just need to find something to take into the locker room, hold their heads up high, and try to reset things as well. They play the next 40 minutes against these Spartans, looking to sweep the home and home.
Puck gets cleared down out of the Adrian zone into the MSU, as that pass was a little bit too hot to handle for Vela. Cole, he sends it down. He gets it back. Cole with a shot wide of Colasso. Mitchell, he keeps the puck in, sends it down deep as the puck squirts out to the front. Little chip play. Final 20 seconds left in first period. Mitchell goes and gets it for the Spartans. Versus Tavela. There's Mitchell. He sends the puck deep off the deflection of Cole. O'Brien, he holds the puck, looking to get one final shot. Doesn't go as the period comes to an end. Oh, look like we got a little bit of action here. As that's Wishart. As the ref saw something that we didn't on Wishart here. Let's see what happens. Well, until we get clarification, 3-1 is the score after one. And we will, 3-1 is the score after one as MSU 22-9. Remy, what are some things that you're seeing here?
Well, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself because we've been talking about the same things pretty much since the Spartans put up that first goal. Now, before the game, we said the Spartans would space things out. I still don't have the replay of what happened here. It looked like it was contact along the blue line, kind of on the near side bench here. It's Borchardt of the Spartans kind of pleading with the referees, trying to get some clarification. Is
one thing that could initiate something like that from experience. I know firsthand that if you swing at a player with your stick, especially after the play, after the whistle, some consequences could come up, and that could have been the reasons, because we saw Wishart with that flailing stick motion.
And then pretty much as soon as it happened, you saw pretty much everyone in a white jersey put the hands up, put the hands out, just asking for some help from the referee there. Didn't end up getting it And in a situation like that, it almost benefits the Bulldogs a little bit more, kind of a rallying cry, maybe even a martyr if we see some sort of ejection here. I doubt we will. This conversation on the ice between the referees and Borchardt seemed fairly civil as they headed into the locker room. But overall for the period, Spartans absolutely dominated the Bulldogs. 22-9 on the shots on goal tells you just about everything you need to know. Feels like we've been looking left our entire game here, seeing the Spartans just pepper various Bulldog goalies with shots. It's really just been the defense of the Bulldogs. They've been on their heels the entire time, haven't been as physical, have been slow to the puck, just not typically what we see from what's typically been a great defensive team. So if the Bulldogs do want to get back in this game and potentially win it down the line here, the defense really needs to be picked up.
Well, 3-1 after one. My name's Alex Grove alongside Remington Gilniak. We'll step away from now, and we'll see you later on.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win at 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Win. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back to the show. My name is Alex Grove alongside Remington Giliniak and Remy. If you're just joining us, it's 3-1 game after one. MSU is up 3 after a quick goal by the Adrian Bulldogs. And after that first period, Remy, what's some of the things that we've been seeing? What's some of the things that the Bulldogs can work on that can help them out in this game?
Well, as a team, the defense just hasn't been up to the standard that we were expecting and what we typically see from the Bulldogs. It's been a lot of guys not keeping their stick on the ground in front of the goalie. The 2 goals we saw real quick against Alex Herman were both Herman making a quick save, but then no one there to get the rebound, and it leaves pretty much a wide open shooter one-on-one against the goaltender, which shooter's going to win that more often than not. And for a team like the Bulldogs, who with how physical they can be, and they've shown a little bit of that physicality early on, but they're just getting out-hustled, getting beat to a lot of the pucks so far. And even when they do finally collect a rebound off a shot, they're not looking to just get it out of their own zone. They're trying to be a little bit too aggressive on the offensive end. They're really trying to push the tempo, get guys into space. And I think as a team, they really just need to simplify things together. Like once you get that puck off the rebound, take your time, get it out of your own zone, get it through the neutral zone. Don't try to skip it entirely. I really think they just need to slow down and get back to the basics here in the second period.
You and I are sharing the same notes of seeing that the Bulldogs had a little bit of panic in their game when it came to playing the puck. Second period of play is about to start as we are 60 seconds away from the puck drop of the second period, and we do have an answer for you on what transpired at the end of the first period. It was MSU looking for a call. That did not happen, so we will have no power play, no penalty kill, even strength to start off the second period as we get ready for puck drop here.
Again, I mentioned it at the end of the first period as we went into break, but if you're the Bulldogs, that's something you can rally behind almost. You have a team that, frankly, has been beating you pretty good. Are you seeing that, Alex? We're going to have a power play here.
I have been bamboozled. Bulldogs on the power play. There's a chance to capitalize on it, as this could be the spark that they are looking for in order to get back in this game.
Absolutely. Tough face-off to lose there. But as they're going to have possession here, you almost have to put up a goal here to break up the momentum here.
Power play 1 for the Bulldogs are out as they have McNamara on the line here along with Cook. As going to the front was Carper trying to stuff it in. Here's Ortega in there. Puck finds Carper, now over to Braun. Braun chips and chase as he plays the puck around the zone. Braun, he looks to Cook. Cook looking for a shooting lane. Smooth skating ability there. Shot gets blocked and now sent down the ice by MSU.
That's what I'm talking about there on the Bulldog side of things. When that rebound's coming, there are other Spartans there to take another shot at the Bulldogs tenders. However, on that one, puck right in front of the net there, no Bulldog in sight, only Spartans that were able to clear right there.
Spartans wasting time as they should on a penalty kill as they send it down to Colossal's neighborhood. Colossal will leave it off for Gent to play around with. Here's Gent. He waits for options. He waits, and he finds it. Here comes Braun. Braun skating down the ice. Beautiful move. Score! Right there is your answer as Braun goes top shelf with it. 3-2.
We'll take another look at it here. Bulldogs finally get a puck into space. It was an odd man rush by the Dogs that turned into pretty much a one-on-one. And in the end, it's the Bulldogs and Braun who puts it in for a huge goal to not only break up momentum, but now you're within one goal of tying this thing up. Hopefully that kind of reignites this Bulldog team. We see them get back to what we've seen them be before.
As the Bulldogs are now getting ready to square off again. As you see you, who's been strong on the faceoff so far for the Spartans, he wins it over. Entering the zone is MSU as they look to respond. As you see, is in front save by Colosso. Point blank save. Colosso stands ready. That's his first true test of the night. Puck along the half boards as it gets dumped down for Purton to play up to the point. Save there by Colosso. As MSU looking like a fire has just been stoked under them once more. Puck plays around to Egan. Egan, he just needs to pass. He got the takeaway. Here comes Griffin Clark. Just couldn't get the handle on it. Good defensive play by Griffin Clark.
One of the first times we've seen a Bulldog really get that stick down in the neutral zone and take one away from the opposition. Didn't result in anything there, but definitely a promising sign for this defense.
Puck gets dumped down. Here's McCarthy looking to do something with it as it gets popped in the air. As Purton tries to look for somebody. I'm sorry, that was Borchard. Colosso tries to play the puck, doesn't get the stick on it, but the Bulldogs do come up with it. They look far crease. Here's Hissong. Hissong shoots. Save by Klingbeil.
Another time here in this period, we've seen a Bulldog break away from the pack. Had a couple of Spartans chase them, so not the shot Hissong is looking for there, but not a bad one at all. Just didn't really put it exactly where he needed it to. Just not too much ground to cover there for the Spartan tender.
One thing that we're starting to see the Bulldogs do, especially with their breakouts, they're starting to stretch the ice more to what you said, Remy. Bulldogs look to regroup as Hissong was a preferred target of passing, but it didn't reach him. So as Hissong does collect the puck, gaining possession. There's Frio. Frio skates it, chips it up. He looks for someone in front. That someone is Cook. Cook looks to the far side. Oh! Just over the net with the shot was Hissong.
Missed opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Really the best look they've had in a while, even if you include the power play goal they had. Hissong wide open on the wing.
And Mitchell, big stops by Colosso on Mitchell. Mitchell with prime time opportunity. Colosso stands tall. Here comes Cook. 2-on-1 with Hissong. He fires. Just missed Hissong's stick. That could have been the tie break. As Hissong fires again. Hissong with chance after chance after chance. Here's Potts with the play. Potts and Kramer.
So frustrating if you're the Bulldogs there. A plethora of opportunities here in the second period. Only one goal to show for it. But if this trend continues, Bulldogs are looking to kind of undo that nightmare first period and not only tie this game, but potentially take a lead.
Puck still in the Bulldog zone as they look to clear. No dice. Going to retrieve the puck is Hildebrand. As the MSU will bring it to the point. Easy pickings for Colosso as he saved the puck from Luke Londo's shot.
Man, this Bulldog defense just looks so much better, keeping the sticks down. I'm sure they were told it in the locker room, but the difference in kind of the defensive mentality from the first and now into the second, we're not seeing 4 straight shot attempts on a Bulldog goalie. We're seeing one, then a break, and just a lot more, I guess, physicality, not necessarily in the offensive zone, but more on the defensive side of things right now.
Icing called against the Bulldogs, as one could argue that Kramer did beat out that icing, but the refs are the ones with the final say. Colosso, southpaw goaltender out of Italy. Right, he is the only player on this team that played in the Italy 2 League, the little pro league there across the seas. As MSU looks to get a shot blocked by McNamara. McNamara, he drops it off for Carper. Carper with a shot that goes off the glove of Klingbeil. Bulldogs keep the puck in. There's a shot. That one goes wide. Looking to keep the puck in, and they do. Londo skates the puck up and now gets dumped in by Kort Kowalski. As here comes the Bulldogs off the turnover. Looking to make something happen. Potential 3-on-3. Good move in front as Klingbeil stands tall. I believe I heard a little bit of the outside post as Carper looked for somebody in front. Carper has the puck again. Open space. He takes a shot. Klingbeil stands tall, and he will cover. Bulldogs having more life in this second period.
Absolutely, AG. Now they're turning these defensive stops into offense. That's something we didn't see them do before. They would get kind of a minor stop, but then unable to even get it into the neutral zone. But here they're turning that stop, getting through the neutral zone and creating opportunities on the offensive end. Just so promising to see after, well, that nightmare first period.
Here we go, face-off. We have Goubard. Goubard, he wins it back. Shot by Ortega, that goes wide. Goubard looks for somebody in front. That puck doesn't get there. MSU looking to break out, and they clear out. As that puck lands on Bouchard's stick, and he will dump inside for Purdon to chase. Purdon sends to McCarthy. McCarthy looks for Purdon again on that give and go. That gets stopped there. 2-on-1 opportunity here coming up. There's a shot. Oh, just over the net. Braun looking for a second of the game.
Now again, that's the Bulldogs. They turned a defensive stop into an offensive opportunity. I love seeing this trend continue.
Here we go, on the turnovers, Friel. Friel shoots it, that goes above the net of Klingbeil. Richard, he sends it out. Bulldogs look to regroup as they look for a tip in to avoid a too many men call. This puck will go all the way down for icing against the Spartans.
So now after that icing, we're going to have another face-off in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. Now, they haven't won too many face-offs on the offensive side today, but if they're able to get one here, given kind of the who's on the ice right now, they have kind of that more agile lineup in, so I'd love to see some shots from outside, potentially get a rebound, try to tie this thing up here.
O'Bricky tries to win the face-off, but does not. MSU gains control. Here comes Purdon with the ice and potential high stick, but no call as the Bulldogs touched up. Here comes Clark. Clark with the shot. Goes over the net as they're really looking to aim for that high glove side on Klingbeil. Here comes O'Brien, coming with speed down the ice. He goes between the legs. Colosso says no. O'Brien trying to put on a show to Mitchell. Mitchell Viella blocked. Bulldogs putting their body on the line. Here comes Mitchell down the wall. He looks for O'Brien to the point. O'Brien, he shoots it. That gets blocked by O'Bricky. And the puck will be sent down the ice by Potts and the Bulldogs, and there will be an icing call.
Just look at the difference between the defensive possessions here compared to in the first period.
Night and day.
All the blocked shots we have right now, this is something we just didn't see back in the first period. The sticks are on the ground. They're getting in front of the puck, clearing it out from in front of the net. Just a total 180 from last period.
O'Bricky lining up for the faceoff as MSU gets possession. Potts sends it around, look for Griffin Clark, and Griffin Clark he finds. But Mitchell says, I will take that puck and send it right back to your zone. Mitchell sends it around as that puck was too hot to handle. Mitchell using a brick wall on there, but here comes a break. Fire save by Klingbeil. That was Des Madrill with the shot. Des Madrill. I believe that's his second breakaway of the night. One in the first and now here. Gray looks for somebody in front. No go. Here comes the dangerous O'Brien. O'Brien looks to make something happen. He looks for in front, but Potts denies that pass, and we have a stoppage in play with the Nets off their mornings.
Now Bulldogs, another opportunity here with Des Madrid. You mentioned it, second time we've seen it on him. Both times went for maybe the simplest of shots, maybe too simple, had a lot of space, a lot of time. I don't want to say he rushed it, but it almost felt rushed as he kind of took the first decent shot available to him and just pretty much fired it right into the center of mass of the goaltender.
Here we go, face off on the outside of the zone. Fighting for possession is Cook, as there was no penalty call. Gray with the puck. He sends it off the boards. Lipinski looks for his song, using his feet. His song looks in front, just out of reach of Cook. Gray with the puck, he dumps it in. Delayed offsides, now cleared. Spartans go D to D, looking for a clean breakout, and they have it. They go to the far side. Here's Gray with the puck. Gray chips it for his song. Gray gets it back as the Bulldogs look to rush him with two. Cook still has possession, gets knocked off, and we have a penalty coming up. Bulldogs going back on the power play. Tripping is the call.
Bulldog will certainly take this one. Chavsky not thrilled about the call. Still jawing at the referee a little bit, but doesn't get too much clearer than that. Cook trying to make a play along the boards, and in comes the stick to knock him down onto his butt. And again, the Bulldogs last time on the power play weren't too efficient to start off, but really found their stride really as that clock began to dwindle down on them. So on this power play, I'm willing to bet that we're going to see a lot more shots early on, a little bit less conservatism, and we really see the Bulldogs be very aggressive here.
Bulldogs power play, as you see, as explanations are being made, and the Bulldogs are making plans to see if they can tie this game up. Face off on the left of Klingbeil, and that puck will go out. Hildebrand gives it over to Potts. Potts looks to regroups in D to D to Hildebrand. Hildebrand takes it behind Colossal's cage, and we'll wait for some backup, in which he has it. Stick lift there. Usually there is a call for that, but no call there, as Braun was looking for a call. Puck bound in the far end of the corner, far corner. As the Bulldogs come out with it. 4-on-3 coming up. Here's Braun. He runs into Tucker. Whoa, Tucker looks to be shaken up there as he heads behind the bench. Braun sends it deep, hits the referee in the backside. And puck gets sent down. The Spartans are trying to use this penalty kill as an offensive measure. McNamara makes a move. Puck gets away from him, but he gets it back to Cook. Cook looking to do something here. As we're entering the final 30 seconds of the Bulldog power play. Here's Carper. Carper looks for a shot that gets blocked. Cook, he has it. Does a spin move. Cook looks for somebody, but that gets poked away by the MSU kill.
Here with about 18 seconds left on the power play. Bulldogs certainly going to be aggressive here. See if they can tie this thing up.
Carper, last rush for the Bulldogs on this power play. Tries to do something with it. Puck gets run around. McNamara sends it deep. Here's Cook. Cook in the corner. As the Spartans kill off the penalty successfully. As Cook look for McNamara. Uh-oh, here we go. 3-on-1 break. McCarthy, Mitchell, Perner. McCarthy over the Perner. Scores. As they capitalize on the 3-on-1 break right after the penalty kill, making it 4-2 Spartans.
Take another look at it here. Bulldogs, it looked like we're going to have a decent chance, but as it was stolen away, resulting in a 3-on-1, and not much the Bulldogs can do here. Just one dish over to the left side and went top right. Put one in for the Spartans here, and looks like we got a Bulldog heading to the box here.
That'll be McNamara for foul play outside as they go calling a slashing on him for what transpired after the play.
And just an avoidable penalty there for the Bulldogs. You give up a goal, that's bad enough. You don't want to have those extracurriculars cost your team 2 minutes in the box and the potential to go down 3 goals in this one.
Mitchell out there with McCarthy and Cole, Borchard, and O'Brien. Here comes Clark for the Bulldogs on the kill. Griffin Clark is getting his orders from the bench to eat the puck, as those orders will be given to O'Bricky as well. McCarthy comes out with it. He leaves it for Mitchell as they will go and reset. Bouchard leaves it for McCarthy. Tries to slingshot Mitchell. As MSU looking to set up here in the zone as they get the puck down low. Here's Bouchard. Up to the goal scorer, Purdon. Over to Mitchell. McCarthy, excuse me. Here's McCarthy. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell fires, scores. Mitchell from the point, from deep. 5-2 Spartans on the power play.
Absolute back breaker there for the Bulldogs. Looked like you were finally getting momentum. As take another look at it. It was Mitchell from way deep outside after a few passes, found a shot he wanted, let it rip, and it finds the back of the net. Again, an absolute backbreaker for the Bulldogs. It's just as they were building momentum. Back-to-back goals by the Spartans, make it a 3-goal deficit here, 7 minutes left. So we'll see if the Bulldogs can find a way to rally together and try to get back in it late.
Here comes the Spartans. As they look to rush up, Bulldogs looking to announce their physical play once again. Wide open on the point, diving block. That was a diving play by Kruger.
So while we have a moment here on the stoppage, we're going to tell you about Bulldog 101. Don't just dream about college, experience it. Bulldog 101 gives future Bulldogs a full day on campus with tours, receptions, and more. Register now at www.adrian.edu/admissions /visit-campus/Bulldog101.
Egan sends it over to the point as his puck gets put down low. MSU trying to work that cycle game all alone in front. As that Pocheck saved it. Colosso with 2 big saves in front. As we're starting to see the Spartans really capitalize not only on chances but also increase the fire that's just been put on.
Absolutely. Bulldogs came out really swinging here in the second period, but as the clock has continued to dwindle down, we just haven't seen the same level of intensity in front of the net. These Spartans just getting to the spots they want to go to, finding open shooters in front of the net, and they are making the lives of the Bulldog goaltenders an absolute misery right now.
Puck bound in the corner as the Spartans win that one. Sharp angle shot. Easy save there for Colosso.
I saw after the play a little bit of pushing and shoving. In a game like this that really, even though it's only a 3-goal game, the Spartans have really dominated this 33-15 with the shots on goal. A lot of frustrations going to be coming out here for the Bulldogs. Wouldn't surprise me as this game continues to move along, we see a little bit more of that extracurricular activity after the play.
As here comes the Bulldogs looking to change that. Here's Cook. Cook looks for the shot, fans on it. He puts it up for Hildebrand. Hildebrand with a shot. Goes wide. Potts looks to send it down low to Hisson. Hisson gets stopped up behind the net. Uses that big body to protect the puck. Give it off, and he gets it right back. Hisson looks for in front for Cook. Turnaround shot. Just dribbles wide across the net. Potts gets the puck. Sends it low. Hisson's there waiting. Hisson looks for Cook in the back door. He still looks for him. Puck's loose. Scores! If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Cook is on the board. 5-3.
Absolutely, AG. It felt like that puck sat right on the crease for about a year. As we'll take another look at it, couple of players ditching around behind the back of the net, and eventually finds its way in front. And after about what felt like 30 attempts to get it in, finally the Bulldogs put one in, and once again holding on for life here. Now the deficit down to 2, and you feel yourself starting to get back into this game. And hopefully, for the Bulldogs' sake, that over these next 5 minutes, they could potentially put in another one or put themselves in a position to get back in this game.
Here's McNamara. Nice move. McNamara looks to make it down 1. Oh! Puck laid out in front. The Bulldogs are chopping at the bit. McNamara looks for that shot that goes wide, and he couldn't keep it in. As the Bulldogs will reset, that was Green that tried to keep it in but couldn't. Bulldogs go back on the forecheck. McNamara. Here comes Kolb. Kolb looks to make a move. He drops it off. Shot there by Malachnikis. Now here comes Kramer. Kramer, he gets the puck. Kramer tries to find McNamara. Doesn't get there, and Kolb will skate out with it for the Spartans as Kramer finishes his check on Kolb. Here's Gray. Gray with the puck. Sends it up. Puck takes the bounce onto the stick of the MSU defense. Puck's bouncing around now. O'Brien, speedy and dangerous as he has showcased so far in this game. Here comes the Bulldogs with it, skating in out the zone. Looks for the far feed for Cook. Out of his reach, and icing will be called against the Bulldogs.
Well, throughout this game, we've seen the Bulldogs try those deep passes from in their own territory, and that's the risk you run trying to pass like that. All it takes is just leading them a little bit too far. Next thing you know, you got a face-off in your own zone here, where had you tried to advance that up through the neutral zone, potentially you could set yourself up even better in the attack zone.
Face-off on the left side of Colosso. As the Bulldogs will be switching centers. Here's McNamara. Loses a draw. Mitchell keeps it in. Blocked by McNamara. Here's a chance. There's a shot saved there by Klingbeil. Rebound was there wide, and he didn't even see it. But the MSU defense comes to the rescue. Mitchell rings around for McCarthy. McCarthy looks here for Pernin. Pernin gets it out the zone. Ortega sends it down to Klingbeil's neighborhood as MSU tries to clear it back out. And we have an offsides call as Ortega was a little bit too jumpy as his song was caught.
A lot of frustration there after that play. As soon as that whistle blew, you saw just about every single gold helmet kind of fly up in the air. Just you know that you're really trying to get back into this game, and scoring a goal in the second to bring yourself within 1 is so crucial for winning this game that if you have an opportunity, you need to convert, and it seemed like they were going to have one there on the attack, but unfortunately not able to execute, commits the error, and the Bulldogs deficit still at 2.
Well, Berkey won that face-off clean, but it was just a little bit too hard. But it gets sent to Colosso's area. There you go. We try again on the face-off. O'Bricky as the Bulldogs gain possession. Clark skates with it. As Lipinski sends it deep. or tries to send it deep, but gets stopped. Here's Clark. Here we go, 2-on-1 break. Look at the capitalized save by Klingbeil. As that was O'Bricky with the shot. Friel tries to keep the puck in. Unsuccessful, but the puck gets back deep. Lipinski was the targeted man for it. Didn't go, and now that'll be called. We have a penalty here against the Bulldogs. It'll be an elbowing penalty against Logan Gent.
Now I hate to use the word disaster for just a 2-minute penalty in the second period of a game, but right now it seems the Bulldogs just back on their heels doing everything they can to get back into this, and having an error like that, an unforced error at that, just really hinders your opportunity to get back into this game, as now a team that's already struggled defensively going to be down a skater.
Bulldogs have an opportunity here to gain more fire and more momentum. McCarthy sends it over to Kolb. Kolb back to McCarthy. He scans the ice looking for options. McCarthy dangerous for this MSU team. Here's Mitchell, who just scored on the last power play that the Spartans had. Shot by McCarthy was saved by Colosso. They give it to Mitchell. Mitchell, one-timer to Bertrand. That goes wide. Mitchell gives it to Kolb. Kolb to McCarthy. McCarthy walks it in. Saved by Colosso. Kolb goes around the horn. He makes a move to the middle. Colosso stands tall. As that puck was played with a hand pass, and that faceoff will be outside the zone.
Now, strong defensive stand there on the kill for the Dogs. 59 seconds down, 1:01 left on the kill here. Again, another crucial faceoff. This one just outside of Bulldog territory. A win here is going to allow you to kill more valuable seconds off this penalty kill. And at worst, you're looking at going into the locker room for the second intermission, down 2.
Griffin Clark sprung. He fires it, saved by Klingbeil. As it will be an easy save off of an outside shot. But that's something that you like to see from the Bulldogs. Like, even though they're down a player, right, having that spring-loaded face-off. Spark some offense any way you can. Here comes the Spartans skating up with it. Here's Londo. Londo still with it, going end to end. Goes around the net, still holds on. Londo sends it over to Malachinakis. Back to Londo. Londo looks for the deflection. Hits the ankles, but gets stopped there. Final minute, inside the final minute play. Here's Egan with the shot deflected wide as he was looking for Lucia. Londo with a one-timer. Colosso stands tall on that. As the Bulldogs have to clear pucks at the feet of Clark. Oh, penalty. Blatant call there. That's not easy to miss. But that's not hard to miss, sorry.
Gonna be a roughing call there going against the Spartans. An absolutely massive penalty at this point in the game. Only 35 seconds left in the period. We're gonna have 5 seconds on 4-on-4 before the Bulldogs get another skater on the ice here. And it's really a chance to go into the locker room down 1. Again, the power play hasn't looked great for the Dogs so far, but they scored a goal on the power play earlier and have a chance to do it again here.
Carper, Kramer, Cook out there on the forward group of things. Cook has it on the sideboard. Inside 25 seconds here. Cook gives it to Carper. Carper looks for a deflection in front, just wide. Kramer with a beautiful opportunity. Kramer and Cook fighting for possession here for the Bulldogs. It's Mitchell standing strong. Here's Carper. Looks for Gray up top. McNamara, he looked for the top man, as that will conclude the second period.
However, at the end of that, referee coming in with a signal, it appears that Mitchell of the Spartans is going to commit a penalty, and the winding seconds, I believe we're going to have a 5-on-3 in favor of the Bulldogs as we come back for the third period.
Now that is one thing that the Bulldogs are definitely will be asking for. As it's not Christmas time yet, but this could be an early gift that they could capitalize on.
Now again, this period, while not great for the Bulldogs, is at least a step up from what we saw in the first period. Yes, the result is the same. You're still down by 2 goals here. However, again, you have momentum on your side. You're playing better. You slowed down an offense that was absolutely torching you, and you've gotten more in a more respectable position. Now, you're not playing your best hockey. That's evident by the score. However, you're playing just well enough to keep yourself in the game and at least give yourself a shot for when things start to go your way, because as we've seen throughout the season for the Bulldogs, this is a strong hockey team who knows how to win games.
A comeback is definitely an option here, as they have the ability to do it. We have seen it throughout the season, throughout the years, that this team can definitely mount a comeback. Now, one thing that I'm seeing from the Bulldog side of things on offense, they're really aiming for that high glove side on clean bill. They've had at least 5 clean opportunities that, if hit the net, different scoreboard here.
Oh, absolutely. You mentioned the Bulldogs have had opportunities. If even one of those had gone the other way, we're looking at a completely different game in front of us, but that's why you play the games. That's why you have these plays within the game. They matter so much. A goal in the first period and a goal with 2 minutes left in the game count the exact same on the scoreboard. So, again, you could look back and say, man, I wish that goal would have went in for us. However, you still got 20 minutes of play. You're going to be coming out in at least 5-on-4, and the opportunity is there for the Bulldogs to not only get back in the game, but tie it up and potentially win it.
The scoreboard does say 5-3, but honestly, one person that has really been keeping the Bulldogs in this game is Colossal. Right? With Callahan going down the first period, with Herman being taken out of the first period after going in for Callahan due to injury. Right? Colossal has stepped up here for this Bulldogs program, keeping them in this game as much as he can.
Absolutely, and along with it, the Bulldog defense has gotten significantly better, specifically just around the net. You know, we haven't seen as many rebounds go directly to the Spartans anywhere. We've seen the Bulldogs keep the sticks down, get it out of there, and push in the offensive zone. Definitely positives to work off, but at the end of the day, this team is still down by 2, and they need to get the offense going and, you know, keep the defense, if not the same, or if not better, at least the same heading into the third period.
All right. That is the second period and second period intermission. My name is Alex Grove alongside Remington Gilnicki. We'll see you after the break.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at AdrianCollegeTV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and great opportunity. A time that you will always look back on.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
One-on-one battles lead to unit battles, which lead to team battles, and then a big victory at the end. Nothing different today than what you do every day, all right? Love you guys. Win on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ACTV broadcast as we have the Adrian Bulldogs versus the Michigan State Spartans. My name is Alex Grove, along with Remington Gilniak. And Remy, 2 periods down, 1 more to go. What do we see that was the main difference from the first and second period that could lead into the third?
Well, the one thing that really stood out to me was just the improvement on the defensive end. While it wasn't perfect, you still gave up 2 goals. So, you know, you're kind of leaving the second period with the same, you're in the same spot as after the first period. You're still down by a pair of goals. However, the neutral zone play has really stood out to me so far. Instead of the Bulldogs just trying to bypass that neutral zone, they're getting pucks through it and creating better opportunities for themselves on the offensive end. We saw a couple breakaways, couple 2-on-1 rushes in that second period that, while they didn't score on them, it was just a sign that they can turn defense into offense. And that's something definitely to build upon, especially coming out of the break here. You're going to be on a 5-on-3. You're going to have 1 minute and 25 seconds of a 5-on-3 and then another 35 seconds of the power play. But for me, this power play is absolutely crucial. The last one they had just didn't look good at all. They only had 1 shot attempt on the entire power play. And that's something that if you want to win this game, you need to execute on your power plays. I'm not saying you need to score, but you at least need to put some pressure on the opponent. And on that last one, they just simply didn't do that. So coming out of the break here, pressure is the name of the game, especially on this great chance to get within 1 goal.
Great words, great insight, and let's have a great night as it continues on to the third period. 5-on-3 power play, 5-on-3 opportunity for the Bulldogs. Can we see them capitalize on here to make the deficit down to a 1-goal game? As we hear, we got to start off for the Adrian Bulldogs. We have Ortega, we have Cook, we have Kramer, we have McNamara, and we have Carper. For MSU, Lucia and Mitchell are both in the box. Borchardt and Villa alongside Londo for the PK for MSU. Bulldogs are to enter in. Here's Kramer. Kramer, he leaves it off for Cook. Cook sends it up top for Ortega. Ortega over to Cook. Cook looking for options, gives it to Ortega. Ortega fires his Carper for the one-timer chance. Looks to try to slide over to block the clearing opportunity, missed it. As MSU looked to be a little bit aggressive on this 5-on-3 kill. Bulldogs look to capitalize here. Here's McNamara. He sends it deep. Carper to Ortega. Ortega over the Carper. Fouled in front. Nobody home to capitalize on that chance. Colasso gives it to Ortega. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Ortega, he skates down the ice. Runs into his own guy, which leaves the opportunity for MSU to clear out back to Colosso's neighborhood.
Just a poor effort so far on this 5-on-3. They've almost squandered the opportunity. This will be the last rush of the 5-on-3. Only one shot on net in a 5-on-3. Just something the Bulldogs have to clean up here.
As Deagle was the one that laid the hit at the blue line on Kramer when he was skating the puck up. Here's Braun. 5-on-3 has ended as we have 30 seconds left on the 5-on-4 now. Braun, one of the goal scorers here for the Bulldogs. He gets met by Drago. He tries to clear out, doesn't go. Sean Potts leaves it off. Fire save by Klingbeil and out of play.
Just the second shot on net we've seen on this power play. Only 16 seconds left on it. If you're the Bulldogs and even a Bulldog fan, you have to be frustrated with what you've seen over the last couple minutes. You know, there's been things they can build upon throughout this game, but they just have not come to the surface yet. You know, as we've played about 2 minutes here in the third period.
Hildebrand sends it around the boards over to Braun. Braun looks to fight to get it back, and the kill has killed it.
You know, I've said a lot of negatives about the Bulldogs, but if you're the Spartans here, you gotta congratulate yourself. You just killed a 5-on-3 with only a couple shots on net, and it wasn't a cupcake 5-on-3. That was a full about minute and a half of 5-on-3 hockey, and well, you pretty much executed to perfection on that.
McCarthy sends it deep. Gray gets it. Gets all the boards. Here's Hisson. Hisson looks for Clark. Gotta get stopped there. That's Kolb. He skates down the ice, trying to make something happen. Kolb sends it out to the front. Nobody home, but Londo picks it up. He fires. That's McNamara, who's been blocking shots a lot this game. It adds one more to his total. I'm sorry, that's not McNamara. As a hand pass is called. That was Easton Green on that block shot. Apologies there. Hand pass called. As the faceoff will be on the left side of Klingbeil.
It's crucial for the Bulldogs to win this faceoff. Haven't been great in that department today, but if you're going to win one in the offensive zone, now is certainly the time.
Obricky and Melachinakis face off, and Melachinakis wins it. MSU looks to send it down, looking for O'Brien. As Green gets to it first. Sends around the boards, a little bit too hot to handle for Kruger. That puck sails all the way from one end to the other out of play. That'll be inside the zone faceoff on the right side of Colosso.
That's a good example of really what we've been griping on all game against these Bulldogs. Just the inability to get through the neutral zone has really cost them. Like right there, they're just trying to dump the puck into the other end, but just way too much on it. Ends up off the net here. Just another error in their own territory by the Bulldogs.
Puck gets sent around as Vela will keep it in. Lipinski tried to fight for the Spartans. Doesn't go as Vela. That takes a bounce. Colosso is up to the task. Vela gets the puck again. Vela looks for a shot blocked by Green. Green tries to clear it out and does. That finds its way all the way to Klingbeil, and Klingbeil will play the puck. Spartans look to stretch play. To Lipinski, they do. Here's Cook. Cook gains the outside. He shoots off the post. Nearly made it 5-4. Puck said no as it rang off the iron.
Tough break there. AG, you've mentioned these Bulldogs trying to go top shelf all game. They had the opportunity to do so there, and by mere inches, maybe even inch, couldn't find the back of the net.
Storming down the side as Desmond Drew leaves it off for Cook. Cook fires from a sharp angle, puck up. Here's Klingbeil, made the save. Lipinski has it as he looks for Mitchell, who was screaming in the zone. And Ortega will collect this puck, see what he can do with it. Ortega look for Kramer, nobody home, and that'll be an icing against the Bulldogs.
Again, Bulldogs trying to play that long game, trying to get it through the neutral zone, trying to catch that skater right on the edge of the blue line, trying to create a rush. Pretty much a one-man rush has been their game plan so far. It hasn't exactly worked for them. But again, it's, a few times it's created a decent opportunity, but it seems like most of the time it's resulting in either an icing going off the net or, one of the Spartans putting up a paw and knocking it down in the neutral zone and then turning that into offense. Just not what you want to see for the Bulldogs there.
Sharp angle shot goes high and wide as the puck goes out the zone. No icing due to the shot. Kramer first on the puck, and he gets a check. That's a forecheck, stays strong, no, and there is a penalty call.
Again, we had the penalty pretty late into the second period that put a Bulldog in the box. And this one hurts pretty much just as much. Under 15 minutes left in this game, you're going to be down a skater, and all that Bulldog defense that's been struggling in this game is going to be put to the test once again.
Spartans capitalized on power play early in the second period. Let's see if they can do it again. And on the opposite end, we'll see if the Bulldogs can kill off the penalty like they have done before. McCarthy over to Mitchell. Mitchell plays catch with McCarthy. McCarthy looking for options. Tried to go back to Mitchell, but the puck finds Borchardt. And the Bulldogs will clear the zone. Kolb leaves it for Borchardt to McCarthy. Trying to shake off the defender in Sean Potts. As Mitchell picks up the mess. Borchardt, he shoots, fire, save, blocked there by O'Bricky. Kolb up on the point. Ooh, dangerous. Puck gets sent wide of Colossal. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien to McCarthy. McCarthy and Kolb switch spots. Mitchell, he sends a shot deflection try, goes wide. Potts looks to clear. McCarthy keeps it in. Puck finds its way to Kolb up top. Kolb looks to McCarthy. McCarthy waits. Gives it to Mitchell. Mitchell over to Kolb. One-timer goes wide. Mitchell regains possession. Sends it to the bumper. Down to the side over to McCarthy. Good bang-bang play, but Colossal up to the task for the save. McCarthy up top. Gives it to Mitchell to the side. Mitchell looks towards the front of the net. Blocked there. Here comes Griffin Clark. By himself, single man alone. He fires. Goes high and wide, but Carper is there to kick it. That leaves a 2-on-2 break. And that'll be offsides on Michigan State.
What a fortunate break for the Bulldogs. Spartans were pushing hard. It was a 4-on-2. Would have had a plethora of options to score a goal on that one, but just a little bit out in front of the puck was a Spartan, going to result in the offsides. 14 seconds left on the kill for the Dogs. We'll see if they can complete penalty kill.
14 seconds left on the kill. Carver, that puck squeaks by. Here comes McNamara. McNamara looks to center it. Nobody home. 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and the penalty kill stands strong. Kramer out of the box, has the puck on his stick, looks for Carper. Green has the puck. He clears it. Puck finds McNamara, but he couldn't handle it. Here comes Kramer, then to Carper. Carper gets met right inside the blue line. Puck gets turned over as the Spartans Let's go ahead. Nearly dodged what could have been a big check. Londo keeps the puck in. As Carper sends it down deep. No icing is the call. McNamara with the hit. As the Spartans have been having clean breakouts for the better part of the night. As we just saw that there. McNamara looking to change things, looking to turn things around. So he gets bumped and the puck gets sent down to the corner, now to the half wall. Kramer sends a sharp angle shot. Saved by Klingbeil. Here's Ortega. Ortega waits. Now he pulls the trigger and Klingbeil will cover it up.
There was an unfortunate break on that play for the Bulldogs. One of them broke a stick. They were down a skater and a potential score in front of the net as another Bulldog heading to the box here.
That'll be Kramer again.
I did not see the call, but just a detrimental penalty. 11:36 is hopefully the mics didn't pick that up. Kramer very frustrated inside the box right in front of us here.
Looks to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. Kramer probably said something to the ref. As kids, if you're watching, if you're playing the sport or any sport, try to stay calm if something doesn't go your way. Bulldogs back. Actually, no penalty kill. It's 5-on-5 as the referees deemed it. So still even strength. As even though it's even strength, it's still a loss as Kramer has been a real crucial player for the Bulldogs tonight.
Well, definitely we've been saying Kramer's name a fair amount in this one. Another stick goes flying way up into the air.
Here comes Campbell for MSU. Oh, that puck, almost eluded Colossal. Fortunate bounce to the outside. Now here's a breakaway opportunity. Can the Bulldogs capitalize? Saved by Klingbeil. And that puck will go to the opposite corner, still in play. MSU looks to clear, goes on Ortega's stick. Ortega, he sends it around the boards. Another golden opportunity for the Bulldogs that they just couldn't capitalize on. Puck gets dumped in. Here comes Potts. Potts gives it to Cook. Cook looks for the flying Desmadrill. Too hot to handle, but Cook will try to go in. Potts hitting the puck in deep. So we have Vela. He will go to retrieve it, send it to Mitchell. Potts, he has it. Looks for a shooting lane. Sean Potts with the shot. Klingbeil stands tall. That puck will be cleared out, and that will be an icing call against MSU.
We're going to take you back now. This was the save by Aiden Klingbeil before. Bulldogs broke away, and it looked like they were going to have a great opportunity here going left, right, but look at the athleticism by Klingbeil. Definitely the save of the night so far by either side, and that's going to keep the deficit right here at 2.
Spartans looking to go on the rush. O'Brien, he chips and chase. That gets picked up by Desmadrill. Desmadrill looks for Hassan. That puck got deflected by Cole, disrupting the passing lane. Puck goes down deep into the Bulldog zone. That's Potts. He leaves it. He's for Hildebrand. And O'Brien flips the puck up as he goes and chases it. Puck battle on the side boards. 3 Bulldogs and 2 Spartans. Let's see who comes out with it. Bulldogs win that battle. Here comes Cook. Cook by himself. As that puck gets cleared out of the zone, Potts has it, gives it to Hildebrand. Hildebrand looks for the far end to Cook. Puck bounces up in the air. That's still clean play. Cook still has it. He looks for Gray as he shot it. Didn't reach the net. 2-on-2 opportunity, Londo with the puck. Londo looks to dance. He gets knocked off his stick. As we hear that the Bulldogs bench is trying to get some life. As that pass was intended for Cook, but it gets knocked that way.
So as our clock continues to dwindle down here, 8:36 left in the game, we just want to remind you that this broadcast, along with every other broadcast you see here on Adrian College TV, is completely student-ran. Everyone from our camera operators, our director, our commentators, all students here at Adrian College. So today we want to shout out Akelia Graham, who is our director today. Of course, Alex Grove and myself. Abigail Reed on the top cam, and Nathan Linder here helping us out. Some new people, getting everyone involved and here for support. So thank you to all of them, and thank you at home for watching this game with us here tonight, where the Bulldogs try to get back into this one.
Offside was called on the play. As we are hearing a lot of heated emotions from the Bulldog side. And that's something that you want to see, but at the same time, it can be detrimental to the game ahead, especially close it down this final period. MSU tries to do the offensive push draw, and they do. Borchan, captain of this MSU Spartans team. Puck gets sent to the front by Londo. Now it's over to the sideboard. Puck battle just in front of the blue line, and now it gets out. Here comes Gent. Gent cuts across the middle. Gent fires it to the front. Easy save by Klingbeil. Bulldogs try to send it deep. No dice there, as MSU looks to do something with it. Oh, penalty call here, and that is dangerous. That is dangerous, and we're going to step away. We're going to step away. We welcome you back to this program. Once again, my name is Alex Grove alongside Remington Kilniak. And some dicey stuff that just happened before the break.
We're going to take another look at it here. Scary collision, pretty much right at center ice. I didn't see initially who made the hit, but it was as Arteaga was falling down, gets absolutely leveled.
That was Borchan, captain of MSU.
Something you don't typically see out of a captain is a play like that. Just a scary sight here, and looks like it's going to draw a 4-minute major.
As you see, Sean Potts there. Played his junior days in the Hudson Havoc organization. All 3-4 years. Very fortunate to play alongside him during those junior days, and you want to talk about how good of a captain he is, especially stepping up for his teammates. That's a great example right there. As Gabe Arteaga, who was also part of that Hudson Havoc program during the junior days, then went over to play for the Brahma Bulls in San Antonio. Right. So we hope the best. We hope that everything is great with Gabe Arteaga, hoping that no injuries are there. But right now, we have explanations coming forth from the referees as they're explaining to the coaches what the call is we have a 4-minute major coming up.
Just a scary hit, not something, you really ever see in hockey, a game built on sportsmanship. As Arteaga was already falling down, and Spartan made really no attempt to get out of the way and really level them at center ice. Yeah, and hopefully Ortega is okay, sending our best wishes over to him. He was able to skate off the ice, so we'll resume play here. 7:20 left in the third.
Great thing about a 4-minute power play is that even if you score, you are still on the power play. This right here is where Adrian can tie the game and take the lead if they do things the right way.
Again, I said it before, this has not been the best game these Bulldogs have played this season. It's, the scoreboard is very evident in that matter. However, you've kept yourself in it. You've battled for long enough that now an opportunity like this arises. You have the chance to tie this game up here late in the third.
Fake out Michigan by Braun as that puck gets sent to the net. And Klingbeil, who's honestly been the all-star of the game for MSU, in my opinion, for when he had to make those saves. 31 shots. Now, I'm not the greatest at quick math, but he has 25-plus saves. There we go.
You can say the save percentage over 90% for Klingbeil so far in this one. And really, you said it. There's been a couple times the Bulldogs got out on a break. And really, it was Klingbeil who stepped up and made the play. That's really allowed the Spartans to have the 2-goal lead in this one.
Puck gets cleared down to Colossal's neighborhood as Potts will look to reset this power play. Potts, he looks to skate it out, gives it to Hissong. Hissong slingshots to Potts. Potts sends it over to Hildebrand, and that puck will go out of play inside the MSU zone and will stay there due to the deflection.
Well, 54 seconds down on the power play for these Dogs, and similar to what we've seen throughout this game outside of the first power play they've had where they were getting good shots up on Klingbeil here. They just haven't been able to get quality shots on net even when on the power play. Something certainly needs to change as the Bulldogs right now have 4 guys on the ice. So now the 5th one's going to be coming out of the ice, and all the Bulldogs officially back on the break.
Kramer was a key part into making sure that his song was back out on the ice. As we see Gabe Ortega back on the ice as well. Good to see that. Here's Cook with the shot. Scores! There's one. There's one. Cook with the shot. Low glove. Remy, take us through it.
We'll take another look at it here. Finally, the Bulldogs put a good shot on net, playing a little bit of pepper on the outside. Makes its way over to the right wing, and too much room over on that side. He buries it, finally gets one over the left shoulder of Aiden Klingbeil, and just like that, with 2:55 left on the power play, the Bulldogs are within 1. And let me tell you, AG, this crowd is finally into this game.
The doghouse is about to be barking if they continue this play. O'Brien tries to send them deep and completes his task. Ortega with the puck. Crowd starting to get back into it. Here's Carper. Carper skates down the side. Carper still has possession of the puck. Gets stopped up there, but they still regain possession. Bulldogs. Shot saved by Klingbeil. That one seemed to be a little bit tougher for Klingbeil because he had to lean into that grab.
Well, it was another good save by Klingbeil. However, 1:32 left on the play. Not going to be the last time Klingbeil faces a shot like that. It's going to be a fresh line coming in for the Bulldogs. And, man, this place will go absolutely electric if the Bulldogs come back and tie this thing up.
Here comes Potts. Potts with the shot blocked by Egan. Braun to Potts. Potts, he sends it to the side. That was be Desmond Drill who had it, now gives it to Hildebrand. Hildebrand fires, deflection in front. MSU still has it, but Potts keeps it in. He gives it to Braun. Braun to Hildebrand. Hildebrand scanning his options, gives it to Desmond Drill, looks for a deflection. That was Gent in front with 2 deflection tries. Puck stays in thanks to Braun. Braun sends it down deep. It's over to Potts. Potts, he fakes it. Now he fires it. Blocked by O'Brien, but he gets it back. Loses it in his feet, and they will regroup. 43 seconds left on this power play.
And how about this MSU penalty kill unit putting in absolute work today, have faced numerous power plays against them and have largely done their job to prevent any further scoring off of them.
1 goal game, and now we see a 4-on-4 happening as there was a blatant slash on Braun behind the play. That'll be Pertin that's down. And we're going to cut away to break. We'll see you in a bit. Back in the mix here at Arrington Ice Arena. If you're just now joining us, it's a 5-4 game as it was Cook that just scored the goal that made this game from a 2-goal game to a 1-goal game on the Bulldog power play, and we're now about to see a 4-on-4 here in these 24 seconds.
Crucial time in this game, of course, where it's a 1-goal game, less than 5 minutes remaining. Just an unfortunate penalty there for the Bulldogs, one that was very much avoidable, just being a little bit too rough, a little too aggressive. You know, referee's going to call that every single time. You said it as it happened, a blatant slash there. And you're really starting to feel the emotions of the crowd come out here.
Aggressive penalty kill style here from the Bulldogs, making sure that MSU rushes things. Here's MacArthur maintaining possession. He looks for the fake stop, drops it off for O'Brien. O'Brien shoots, that gets blocked. Clear down front of the net. Colosso's making a save. There it is. There's a ragdoll. Uh-oh. As we're starting to see sparks fly off the fireplace. As the referees go send off Cook.
Saw at the end of that, Basil Cook grabbed the Spartan by the jersey, threw him down to the ground. Again, in a game like this where you haven't played your best hockey, you just cannot afford to make mistakes like that. You know, I get standing up for your guys, but at a certain point, you got to put the team and your chances to win above pretty much everything else. Is now we're going to have a 4-on-3 for just a few seconds here before it's going to be a 5-on-3 in favor of the Spartans. So the Bulldogs going to call a timeout. Is now you're pretty much scrambling to not only try to come back in this game, but for now, at least keep it at a 1-goal deficit.
Discipline is the name of the game here at these final moments, and not just discipline of staying out the box, but also discipline in your kill. Right, with the 5-on-4, we saw how aggressive they were. We saw how they forced the issue. We saw how they forced them to make plays. Right, Colosso coming up big, but with 5-on-3, you don't really have that opportunity to be aggressive, to force the issue, only just to cut off lanes mostly.
Again, going back to that point, cutting off lanes, it's something that they did well in the beginning of the second period, and at points throughout really the early to mid portions of this third period. And that's going to be so crucial here on the 5-on-3. You have to find a way to kill this 5-on-3. It's going to be 1 minute and 37 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey, and just a ginormous task for these Bulldogs to try to overcome. And, well, time will tell if they're able to do so.
1-goal game. Clark takes the face off. Now it's a 5-on-3 here. Mitchell waits for reinforcements and has them. Sends it to McCarthy, over to Mitchell. As they set up in the box at 1, as they cut off the lane right there, as we just said. Clark says it. Oh, Colosso didn't even see it, still made the save. Puck bouncing everywhere from Mitchell to McCarthy. Looked for the net front. It got there. Deflection try. Colosso.
We'll take another look at it here. Again, it's the 5-on-3. Not the first time we'll see a good chance for the Spartans. As McCarthy tried to make a pass, it got deflected, and the right leg of Colosso just goes flying in to make the save and keep the Bulldogs alive in this one.
McCarthy, he gave it to Kolb. Kolb looked for a cross-crease pass. McCarthy to Kolb. Quick one touch. Mitchell blocked. Huge block. That was great with the block. Getting snagged out the air by Colosso. Uh-oh. The fans are really getting into it.
Flex the muscles. Lorenzo Colosso has made some spectacular plays in this one, and despite his efforts so far, looking up, still 51 seconds left on the 5-on-3. The Bulldogs just hopping on the back of Colosso right now.
As Colosso says, hey, hold the face off. I'm taking my break, right? Just give me a second. Puck's in play. Colosso wasn't even ready. Shoot, good thing there was no shot on net. Puck gets cleared out of the zone. We are hearing this Bulldog crowd come alive. O'Brien with the puck, sneaks in, tries to get past Potts and does, and they will call a penalty on looks like both of them. He's sending two, pointing at both O'Brien and Potts. So these could offset and still be a 5-on-3. We'll see what the final calling is.
Well, the Bulldogs running out of room in that penalty box. So you can see on the shot here, there's not too much room. That's three large men trying to fit in that box. As Potts coming off the ice for the Dogs, just a huge loss. Yeah, there's 4 Dogs in the penalty box right now. I'm surprised there's enough room down there, AG.
Shoot, been there, man. Sometimes it can get hot. So still 5-on-3, offset penalties here. That was O'Brien and Potts, as you just saw, come off the ice. MSU looking to set up. McCarthy, go over to Kolb. Kolb to McCarthy. Looks like they're trying to set up Kolb for a one-timer shot. He's been really trigger happy in this game on the power play. McCarthy looks to step up, blots, shot, standing tall, Gabe Ortega. MSU still cooking. 5 seconds left on the 5-on-3. McCarthy fakes a shot, blocked there by Gray. Bulldogs are stepping up here on this 5-on-3. 19 seconds left on the 5-on-4 as we reset for a face-off.
Man, these Bulldogs, AG, are making me eat my own words. For all of this game, I have been talking about how the defense has been lacking. They need to pick things up, and as the clock continues to dwindle down, they are shutting me up and stepping up, making plays, keeping themselves alive in this game. Only 19 seconds left on the kill, 2:50 left in the game.
So before the initial 5-on-3, we saw with the 5-on-4 how aggressive they were, how they forced the issue, how they forced the bad plays. Are we going to see that come up right here, right now? Honestly, if you ask me, that's a smart move to do, to be aggressive.
Absolutely. I really think we see him crushing the puck, try to make something happen here as the clock dwindles down.
Puck gets sent out the zone. Griffin Clark is on the heels of Mitchell trying to force it. There's the hit. Puck gets drawn loose. As they try to make some offensive gain, doesn't happen as McCarthy gets it up the ice. Desmadrill nags McCarthy. They look in front. Ping-pongs around as it now goes to safety outside. McCarthy sends it over to Wishart. Fire a shot from the point. No dice. Here's Cook, fresh out the box. 5-on-5. Cook sends it to Clark. Too hot to handle for him on the stick. They have to pick it up with his feet. Ortega, he scans. Tries to hit Desmadrill, but doesn't go. Here's McCarthy. McCarthy's been out there for at least 3 minutes now. All the 5-on-3 and all the 5-on-4, and now he goes for a change. Wishart, he has the puck. Puck is still in play. Here's Carper. Carper fires it. Klingbeil will stop play. Just under 2 minutes remaining, and we see Colosso go to the bench as we see the extra attacker come out.
Bulldogs haven't been particularly strong on the face-offs. It goes without saying, AG. This is a must-win face-off. Just give yourself a chance to make the most improbable comeback this team has made all year.
There we go. Hits on one. A deflection try. Oh, just wide. Carper stops it from getting out. McNamara sends it around. In front, here's his song. Does it go? All night, that man has been snake bitten with open nets, open opportunities. Game's not over, though. It ain't over till it's over.
Take another look at it here. After it was tied along the boards, it ended up in front of the net for his song, and man, just a nice save by the Spartan goaltender. And man, if that would have went in, this place would have erupted. AG, we may cause an earthquake with how loud Arrington Ice Arena may be if the Bulldogs tie this up.
There you go, important face-off here. Bulldogs win it. Carper on the sideboard. MSU looks to clear. That's wide, and that should be an icing, and it is. Now, if you're MSU, yes, you want to take a shot at that empty net, but you don't want to take too many chances with icing calls, especially with having that tired group out there.
I mean, yeah, back-to-back times the Bulldogs with that sixth skater on the ice have won the face-off. In the event that they lose this face-off, they may be in trouble.
Face-off win by the Bulldogs. Braun sends it to the front. Puck's knocking down, and Klingbeil will cover, and that will allow MSU to go for changes if they want.
Looks like they're going to keep the same unit on the ice here, and why wouldn't they? They've been making the defensive stands as they try to hold on to this lead. 1:09 left to play.
Bricky wins it to Ortega. Ortega, he gives it over to Gray. Gray shoots it, saved by Klingbeil. Puck in the corner now. Final minute left in the game. Gray, he has it, sends it to Ortega. Ortega looks in front, deflected by Purton. Gray looks for Ortega. He holds. He sends it down low. Looks for Desmond Drill. Escapes his grabs, gives it to Gray as he looks for the front. Puck goes all the way down. Icing will be called. 33.3 seconds left in this game.
Man, if you would have told me back in the first period that this would be the situation we'd be in, I wouldn't have believed you. This team looks completely dead to rights, being outplayed in almost every facet. But this team's resilience here in the second and third periods had just been completely outmatched. Still not playing their best game, obviously, but it doesn't matter. They're making the plays when they need to make them, and they're giving themselves a shot here with 33 seconds left.
Spartans call it a timeout. And honestly, six players for Adrian, 5 players for the Spartans. If you're Adrian, what play do you think you will call up?
Put one in the back of the net. That's the way this team has been going so far today, and just find a way. Give yourself an opportunity, create traffic down low, try to get a deflection off a rebound. Just any way you can get the brown or the black rubber puck to find the back of the nylon. Just any way you can do it, AG.
Crowd's getting rowdy into it, cheering on their Bulldogs. Carper, Cook, McNamara, Gent, Potts, Ortega is the crew sent out there for the Bulldogs. The doghouse getting rowdy. Face-off win for the Bulldogs. Fumbled it, but we're all good. Oh, just escaped the grasp for Ortega. Turnover, looks for the shot, wide. No icing because it was at the red line. Here comes the Bulldogs, 20 seconds left. Looking to make a final push. Here comes Carper coming down the wing. Carper gives it off to Cook, too hot to handle. Cook, he has it. Mitchell tries to eat it. Puck gets sent around, final 8 seconds, he will clear, and MSU will survive this game. Oh, are my words about to be eaten? Icing call, 2.5 seconds left. This has been done before, where a quick draw, quick shot can do it. Can that happen, or will MSU stay on top?
Absolutely, and can be done. I'm a little surprised we're not getting a whistle or anything. Ian Chapsky on the back end of that play, I don't want to say it was a punch, but certainly extended the arm and made contact with a Bulldog. Nonetheless, though, we're going to be set up with a face-off. 2.5 seconds left.
Carper on the draw, sends it towards Klingbeil, and MSU stands strong. Some words were being said, but does not change the result. MSU 5-4 victory over the Adrian Bulldogs.
And the Bulldogs today showed a lot of fight in this one. Obviously didn't get the result they wanted in the end. Really that first period and the beginning parts of the third period really hindered them in this one. They take the loss 5-4. They allowed 3 goals in that first period, and it's really the defense who let them down early on in this one. The offense came alive down the stretch in this one, but certainly things to build off. If you're the Bulldogs, you went into East Lansing last night, you took the win 5-3, you come back home today, and it looked like they were completely dead to rights. They were outshot by so many shots that it almost didn't seem real at first. Just when you compare to what we typically see from this Bulldog team, they're a resilient group who can put a lot of goals up really quickly. They're a physical team. We didn't see it early on. They came alive late and really made this a great spot to take in a hockey game. The fans are going to leave disappointed, but this is maybe the most energy I've seen inside this building this year.
Well, we hope that the energy continues on as the season continues on, especially with the multiple teams that we have. As saw the update earlier on that the men's D3 team, ACHA D3 team for Adrian, has won their game 7-2 against Central Michigan.
Now, speaking of that men's D3 hockey team, they are the final remaining broadcast this week, and that's going to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. That'll be right here on AdrianCollegeTV.
Well, to all our crew that has been along, Remington Gilniak, Akeelia Graham, Nathan Linder, right, and to everybody else who has helped out, my name is Alex Grove. We thank you for watching us. Stay up. Thank you for watching. God bless. See you soon.